Welcome back to the Mausoleum, folks. Going to go over some new arrivals this week. Reviews for all of these coming on the site very soon. Beginning with AMC's The Terror Infamy. From producer Ridley Scott. This is the second season. Like American Horror Story, every season is its own thing. This has nothing to do with the first. This one taking place after the bombing of Pearl Harbor, and Japanese American citizens were rounded up and sent to internment camps, which was a very shady part of our American history, one that's not nearly talked about enough. But it makes for a great backdrop for this haunting film, or a series. But great production values, great acting. It's got a slow build and a great finale on it. Really dug it. Up next from Warner Brothers, we've got The Flash, the complete sixth season. Been a huge Team Flash fan. I'm actually a big fan of all the DC Universe CW shows. The Flash is probably one of my favorites, though I'm really digging Stargirl, which I've been watching lately. And then we've got Batwoman, the complete first season. Was not a big fan of the young woman playing Batwoman here. Nothing against her. I like her in other stuff I've seen. I don't think it was a good fit, but the show has good production values. I like the costume. Looking forward to where they go with the second season and how they handle replacing their lead actress who left the series when it went on hiatus. Completely separate from that, we've got new stuff from Severin Films, beginning with Jess Franco's Shining Sex. You gotta love that cover. Beautiful illustration. Lena Romay, my favorite of all of Jess Franco's stars, his lifelong muse and love. Haven't had a chance to watch this one before. He made so many films. It's a lifelong endeavor to try to watch them all. But this one's got two featurettes with author Stephen Thrower, who always does really great stuff with all these Eurocult titles. He's written a book on Fulci and on Jess Franco. Very excited to check this out in the near future. From Lucio Fulci, we've got Enigma. Of course, you know, most known for his 80s stuff. The Beyond is like the Suspiria of his filmography to me. It is just the best thing he ever did. Zombie is right there with it, in my opinion. I love Zombie. Such an atmospheric undead film. He made a great couple of giallos. Don't Torture a Duckling. The Psychic is a great supernatural tinge to Whodunit. But if you're a fan of his later era stuff, along the lines of Manhattan Baby, I think you'll really dig Enigma. And check out that beautiful artwork. This one's got a featurette with Stephen Thrower, or an audio commentary, excuse me, from Stephen Thrower. Also from Lucio Fulci, Demonia. This is from his later period. I'm not a huge fan. I haven't revisited it yet. I did see the old Media Blasters DVD, which looked awful. That was a sad thing about Fulci, is towards the end of his career, he still had an eye. He had such a language of film, and he didn't always surround himself with the most capable of cinematographers, and I think this one really suffers for it, because it's got some great set locations, some gorgeous, I think it's in Sarajevo locations, but they just don't look that great on film. But looking forward to checking it out. Also from Severin Films, The Beast Must Die. A great little mystery film based around, kind of like 10 Little Indians, and there's a werewolf knocking people off, so who's the werewolf? Kind of a gimmicky film, but anything with Peter Cushing in it is definitely worth a watch. They previously issued this as part of their Amicus collection, Severin Films, but this is a new 4K scan. Looks much better than the other one. I think it has some new extras on it as well. But if you like Amicus Films, who were kind of like a competitor for Hammer, put out a bunch of great anthologies, definitely check this out. The Beast Must Die. And finally, the last thing from Severin Films this month, Fulci for Fake. Very interesting documentary about Lucio Fulci. It has an actor who has been cast to play Fulci in a film, and the documentary is kind of centered around him interviewing people who are an integral part of Fulci's life. Both of his daughters, who have completely different things to say about the man, as well as his cinematographer, writers, musicians who scored his films. It's a very, very interesting take. Definitely worth a watch if you're a Fulci fan. I learned a lot that I did not know about the man. But a Fulci for Fake from Severin Films. Definitely check it out. And new stuff from Mondo Macabro is always a treat. This time we're getting Gemini, a Japanese film from the early 2000s that I'd never heard of, from the director of Tetsuo the Iron Man. which was a crazy cyberpunk film. This one is a bit different. This one's a gothic haunter. It's about a doctor in the 19th century in Japan. He's recently married. He's inherited his father's practice. He's doing well for himself, and then a plague breaks out in the slums, and he doesn't want to treat them. And next thing you know, he's being confronted by a doppelganger who ruins his life. And where it goes from there is very strange, very gothic, gorgeous visuals. Think Mario Bava, but with a Japanese tinge to it. A really gorgeous film. Definitely check it out. GEMINI from Mondo Macabro. Also from Mondo Macabro, we have a French film, The Lady Kills, which I don't know anything about. I haven't watched it yet. It does have a bonus feature on it. Second feature, Pervertissima. I believe these are French films, judging by what I see on the back. Let's see. Yep, from 71 and 72. Looking forward to checking that out. From Synapse Films, we've got Suckers. It's kind of a, you remember that old film Used Cars from, I think it's 1983. It featured Kurt Russell about some hilarious happenings at a used car dealership. Suckers is about a new car dealership and the guys who work there and how they're trained just to fuck everybody over, to get the biggest amount of money that they can from everybody. And it's kind of a jaded look at the car dealerships, but it's hilarious. The big star here, him, as a spitfire, venomous man who is training his car salesman how to rip people off. Very funny film. Not one that I was looking forward to, but it was a really funny watch. I wish they would put out The Kindred and Massacre at Central High soon. I would take that over this any day, but this was a good watch. It also comes with a bonus film, a mockumentary, 6 Days in Roswell. Both of these coming from the director of the Trekkies fandom, Star Trek fandom documentary. But pretty funny. If you like millennial comedies, this is one that might have got by you. I'd never even heard of it until Synapse released it. Also from Synapse, Love Hunter, an infamous Nakatsu porno film. Not quite a porno, more a sensual erotic film. Just starting to watch this one. I actually shut it off to make this video because my kids came home and I couldn't really watch it with them in the house. So maybe tonight after they go to bed. But Love Hunter, this one from 1972. It's unrated, very erotic. Check it out. And from MVD Rewind Collection, the long-awaited Blu-ray release of Split Second, starring Rutger Hauer. Kind of like a noir-type cop investigation. There's an alien on the loose, and he's out to get him. Very cool film. This one does come with a sleeve of reversible artwork, the original movie poster. It's got a wealth of extras. This one is also being released in the UK from 101 Films, and from what I understand, it is the exact same release. Same bonus content. Very similar artwork. But Split Second, looking forward to giving this one a rewatch. From Blue Underground Films, we get another Jess Franco film, Cecelia. Another film I've never seen. I never had the DVD. Very happy to upgrade to this from Blue Underground Films. From Jess Franco, this one coming out in, what year? 1982, which is not an era of Franco that I'm super familiar with, but we're looking forward to checking it out. Blue Underground Films, Jess Franco, Cecelia. And lastly, this week we've got Gunsmoke, the 3-movie collection. Long ago, Paramount CBS DVD released that huge complete box set of all the Gunsmoke films. 3 things that weren't on there that I think irked people quite a bit. The Gunsmoke made-for-TV films. They weren't on there, but they're re-releasing this. It was previously available. This is a repackage of the original 3 feature-length films based on the TV show. But that's it for this week. Thanks for checking in, guys. Look for reviews on the full site, www.mcbastardsmausoleum.blogspot.com. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe, and see you soon.